every game we go in, we treat every game like it's our last game, and the intent is always to try to earn 3 points, and that's the intent. It's not necessarily always the case, but that's always the intent. We trust in our preparation. The guys have been fantastic into buying the preparation, and I'm very confident. As long as the mentality is there, I'm very, very confident.
Coach Marcina and the Mentality Monsters will look to get 3 more points on the road in big board sports. Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors fought off elimination last night, beating the LA Lakers in Game 5, 121-106. So they now trail 3-2. Draymond Green was scoring and irritating the Lakers. He had 20 points and 10 boards. Now Steph Curry led the offensive attack with 27 points, shooting 12 for 24 overall, but just 3 for 11 from downtown. Still, he made a huge triple at the halftime buzzer, putting the Dubs up 70-59. So what's the mindset for them going back to Los Angeles?
Just attack, and that has to be will be my same mindset going into LA. As our job isn't done. We're still facing elimination, and we'll be facing elimination for the rest of this series. So, gotta have the same mindset. Back against the wall, you gotta come out fighting.
We have another opportunity. Obviously, they played exceptionally well here tonight, and we had some good moments, but not as close to 48 minutes as we needed to be, but. We had another opportunity on Friday, and we look forward to the matchup again.
Game 6 is tomorrow night in L.A. Lakers center Anthony Davis' status for the game is unclear after he got hit in the head by Kevin Looney fighting for position in the paint. In the Eastern Conference semifinals, the Knicks beat the Heat 112-103 to fight off elimination as well. The Heat now lead that series 3-2. Knicks guard Jalen Brunson was a one-man wrecking crew. He had 38 points, 9 rebounds, 7 helpers, while playing all 48 minutes in a season-extending performance. The Knicks denied the Heat's first attempt to become just the second number 8 seed to reach the conference finals and sent the series back to Miami for Game 6 tomorrow night at 6:30. Coming off a much-needed win, San Antonio FC is now getting ready to face the Charleston Battery, who lead the East with 18 points. SAFC is 5th in the West with 16 points. After 2 straight draws, SAFC broke through last week at Las Vegas Lights FC with a 2-1 win. They pushed their unbeaten streak to 50 straight when they score first. The defending champs are still in the thick of things and working as hard as ever, despite not getting the results they want.
Yeah, no, I think definitely. Even before that was my first week here. It was still intense, just results weren't really falling the way that we wanted them to fall. Luck wasn't really going our way, and some things just like every game, some things just weren't going well for us. But we were lucky enough where something went well for us against Vegas. But the hard work, the intensity, that's been at the same level the entire season.
There was no frustration. There is no panic. We're doing a lot of great things. Data doesn't lie. We're only going to get stronger. So we're very optimistic. Teams are at their best now. We still have plenty of room to grow, which makes us very, very optimistic. And then once we get, again, the mentality piece from the collective, we know where we're going to end up.
San Antonio FC will play Charleston Battery Saturday night at 6:30, Game 2 of their 3-game road trip.
Wish them luck.
Yep.
All right, thanks, Larry.
Our KSAT Q&A is coming up next.
It was a bill called 21 for 21 for the 21 victims of Robb Elementary to raise the age to buy a automatic rifle to 21. It made it out of committee. It never made it to the House floor. Roland Gutierrez is state senator for Uvalde. He's been very vocal about these. He's put out 21 for 21 and a number of other measures in the name of a lot of those families that have lost loved ones in Uvalde. State Senator, thank you for joining us. Your reaction to what happened in the legislature, or what is happening at the legislature or isn't happening?
Well, thank you, Steve. I mean, it's pretty sad where we are right now, because we went an entire session and the Republicans in the legislature that control the House and the Senate didn't do much, not just to help these families, but really to protect all Texans. Here we have another major mass shooting, probably the worst that we've seen in our state, certainly the worst law enforcement response that we've seen in our state when we've had a mass shooting. And the legislature, the Republicans, decided that they weren't going to talk about it. They weren't going to talk about it in committee in the Senate at all. In the House, it seemed like they paid lip service. At least there was a committee hearing, and that's important. But there was never a real intent to have it move further. We've tried amendments in the Senate. They've gone nowhere. Just today, the House did another amendment. It went nowhere. The Republicans simply do not care about this issue in a real meaningful way.
We're showing some pictures of the families who have fought hard and passionately for change over the last year. I know there was a bit of celebration for them last week when that 21 for 21 bill made it out of committee. But then, of course, extreme disappointment when it went nowhere in the end. How are these families doing now? So many of them I know we've talked to say that might be the end of this bill, but not the end of their fight.
Yeah, so when we started this effort with them and really on their own as well, first off, I think they're all wonderful, and we've really become a family. They've become a family. I love and respect them for everything that they've done. They're fighting for their kids and their kids' memory, but they're also fighting for everybody's kids so that they never see this kind of conduct happen again in the state, to try to have some meaningful change when it comes to gun reform. We told them in the beginning, look, don't expect much from the Texas legislature, but they kept moving and kept pushing forward, lobbying on their own as well. They work so hard, and I know that they're heartbroken, but they also are very much realists in this space. They're going to keep advocating for their kids here in Washington and everywhere. Under no circumstances, I don't understand that we're living in a space where we don't have common sense gun safety solutions. The Republican Party over the last 4 sessions has created a chaotic situation where you could walk down the street with an AR-15 and a cop can't even ask you why, where a mentally ill person could go to a gun show and be able to buy an AR-15 without even showing a driver's license, or buy a gun in a private sale. We are in this space because Republicans have allowed this chaotic situation. I know Ted Cruz wanted to put this thing that happened in San Jacinto on this undocumented person, but it's their loose gun laws that allow the undocumented person to get an AR-15. We're just too far afield on this thing, and we need to rein it back in.
Interesting you bring up Ted Cruz. I want to ask you about that coming up, but we're less than 2 weeks away from the 1-year mark since that horrendous shooting happened at Robb Elementary. And we still don't have a definitive, all the body camera video hasn't been released. We haven't heard anything from DPS on their investigation. We haven't heard from the district attorney in Uvalde on her investigation. Is that a frustration in and of itself, or are we just never going to know?
We're certainly really frustrated about it. The families are frustrated. I think that they're going to slow play this thing. They're going to slow play all of this horrible tragedy. They're going to slow play all of the failure that they created on their part. Government here, law enforcement failed at every level, even prior to Uvalde happening. The fact that the radios didn't work, that's straight on the governor. The governor was asked to give them money to repair those radios. That never happened. We are in a place right now in Texas where there's a tremendous amount of neglect, not just in rural Texas, but in much of the functions where government is here to protect us. And we saw it in Uvalde. We saw it, here recently in Allen when the special unit failed to catch the internet traffic that this young man was putting out. We saw it in an electrical grid. We're going to keep moving forward. We're going to keep trying to ask for truth and honesty. We simply haven't gotten it from the legislature, and we've not gotten it from the DA out in Uvalde. We're told that there's an investigation pending. I don't know who she's going to indict, and we're still waiting. So it's a mess.
The 21 for 21 legislation is the one we've talked about here, but far from the only one that touched on potential gun reform, changes to gun laws in Texas. Excuse me. Any of those, have they gone anywhere? Was there any movement on guns in Texas this session? We
tried so hard. I had several private conversations with the lieutenant governor. He was pretty insistent that things weren't going to move in that space, that his party and his caucus weren't there. Just today, I talked to a Republican along with Jose Menendez. Jose's got a great bill, a waiting period for young people, for 18, 19, and 20-year-olds that have AR-15s. We're trying to get them to consider that one. If you're not going to restrict the age limit, let's have a waiting period on the age limit on the 18, 19, and 20-year-olds. His bill is 30 days. Let's have it 15 days. Let's figure out something that where we can come to a place where they can say they did something. And I don't mean for them, to make it a little harder for young people of this age to access militarized weaponry. So Jose is trying, I'm trying, Sarah Eckhart's trying. I know our friends in the House continue to put up amendments. I saw it again today, and the Republicans pulled it off on a point of order. They're going to try every procedural move. We're going to do every procedural move, and they're going to do every procedural move to kill what we're trying to do rather than to have the real conversation that needs to be had.
All right, before I let you go, you and I go back a ways. I remember, covered you when you were on the city council, covered you as a state rep, and then now as a state senator. Your profile has never been higher in the state, never been higher nationally. So when you bring up Ted Cruz, that gets my attention there a little bit. There are rumors out there that you are considering running against Ted Cruz for United States Senate. Can you address those rumors?
Well, Steve, I'll tell you that. Right now, I'm stuck in this moment, and I'm stuck in the legislature for the next 18 days, and I'm going to finish it out. And I've got to do everything in my power to help those families get to the place they need to be. There's also a lot of procedural reasons, and why we can't talk about that too much. We have a moratorium in the Texas legislature till June 20th. But, we'll talk about all those things when it's time. I mean, when this is over. Right now, I'm focused entirely on this issue. This issue has affected me, and it's going to follow me for the rest of my life, and I'm going to argue for advocacy in this space for the rest of my life. It is astounding to me where we are. Our children are dying, our people are dying at the mall. We all have to look at ourselves and say, it's not a time for prayers anymore. It's time to do something. And I think part of that is all of us together as humans and citizens of this country need to start asking ourselves to care a little bit more, to demand a little bit more from government and ask government to do something. So we'll figure out those next things when it's time. Right now, I've got to finish this session.
State Senator Roland Gutierrez, I know it's been a long, emotional week, a long year, really. So thank you so much for being with us here this evening.
Thank you both. I appreciate you.
We'll be right back. A couple's attempt for an impromptu breakfast interrupted by police. Now they're going to be eating separately at the Bexar County Jail.
San Antonio police say the pair ran from the scene of a crash, then tried to pose as customers of a nearby restaurant. Katrina Weber shows us how their attempt to hide behind their menus didn't work out.
Although it is breakfast time at El Puerto de Mazatlan, that's not what drew the San Antonio police officers to this restaurant north of downtown. They came looking for a pair of suspects, last seen running this way from a crash just down the road.
They came, sat down, and she took their order. They got some tacos.
Monica Carranza saw the man and woman come rushing into her family business after 7:30 this morning. Police say the couple had run a red light near I-10 at Hildebrand and T-boned another vehicle. They believe they ran to the restaurant hoping to blend in, but with officers on their trail, they instead tried to hide. Carranza shared surveillance video showing the suspects scrambling toward a hallway.
She hid into the girls' restroom. She put her feet up and then went ahead and closed the door.
The man's plans for getting away came crashing down. According to employees at this restaurant, he had crawled into the attic space trying to get away, but then had a hard landing right here in the bathroom. Police ended up arresting both. They say they found the woman right away, but had to search the attic space for the man. It left some officers covered in dust and the ceiling tiles in shambles.
He said his grandma was going to pay for it, so we're not too sure about that.
But running from the crash scene could cost both suspects their freedom. Katrina Weber, KSAT12 News.
Another look outside this evening. We know we got rain over the weekend, but it's the Friday rain we got to deal with first, Adam.
Yeah, and really want to stress Friday night. Friday during the day, we're going to be just fine. This time tomorrow, we'll be just fine. And really, we'll be monitoring Mexico and some communities along the Rio Grande for development. But tomorrow, you got the green light for the outdoor activities. 88 right now, will be 76 at midnight, 6 a.m., 73 degrees. See that 10% chance at 6? A sprinkle, just like the past few mornings. Low clouds, maybe a little misty at times, but then we'll have some sunshine tomorrow. We'll time out those storms, take a look at the futurecast in just a bit.
All right, Should we maybe take a break from thermometer Thursday and do like rain gauge Thursday or something like that, maybe?
Let's make it rain gauge Friday.
Oh, all right. Okay.
That'd be
It's a
better.
deal.
Yeah. I mean, none of us like Fridays because it's 6 more days till thermometer Thursday,
know,
so I
it's the
get
worst.
it. Yes, I know. It's just the pits, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at our drought monitor. It just got updated. Then we'll get into our storm timing. And every Thursday, the drought monitor is updated. East Texas, just fine. Coastal Plain, just fine. It's basically along and west of I-35 where we have the issues. And locally, it's still up in the hill country from Fredericksburg to Blanco, even toward New Braunfels, San Antonio, Hondo, Bandera, Kerrville, all communities in between where we have the extreme and exceptional drought. Now, this has improved quite a bit. We've chipped away at it from the east. But look at our communities along the coastal plain. Good for the agriculture there because obviously we have a lot of farms closer to the coast where we get a little bit more rain and they are drought free right now. But the rest of us could use the rain. I do think this will be a drought denting and in some cases drought busting rain. Just got to give it a little something, right? It's been so long. So tomorrow, rain-free pretty much. I mean, 20% chance of an afternoon storm. Highly isolated and unlikely. Don't plan around it. It's tomorrow night after 11 p.m. here in San Antonio. That's when you can expect the storms to start to develop. And then off and on throughout the day on Saturday night, Sunday. Still scattered activity then. And then we boost those rain chances again into Monday. So here's the big picture. Quiet right now. This is what it should look like tomorrow. Pretty quiet across our area. We do have two disturbances. One of them, which gave us our recent showers Monday night and into Tuesday, and then another disturbance in Colorado. These are both exiting, moving away from us. And this teeny little ripple in the flow about to cross over the Baja Peninsula, that's going to turn into a bigger system. It's going to amplify and throw some energy our way. Here's our Futurecast 8 a.m. tomorrow. Low clouds, a little bit of mist, a little bit of fog, maybe a sprinkle, but nothing to really get in the way of being outdoors. And then we have some sunshine into the afternoon. Notice 1 or 2 little pop-up brief showers or storms possible tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be the exception, though, and I do think it's unlikely we'll actually have anything on the radar. By the evening, we look off to the west, to Mexico, and our border communities, Del Rio down to Eagle Pass, 6, 7 p.m., development of storms. Then all indications are right now that that's going to come together into an organized system with the potential of high winds and even some isolated hail, move eastward, make it to San Antonio sometime between midnight and 2 a.m., move through, flash flooding, I think going to be an issue in some areas, and then more redevelopment as we get into Saturday. So severe risk tomorrow, we're a 2 out of 5. On a scale of 1 to 5, we're a 2. Could have some isolated wind gusts of 60 miles per hour and even some localized hail, especially west of town. Flash flooding, that is a high threat. We're expecting between now and Sunday night another 3 to 5 inches with even locally higher amounts possible. So here's another way to look at our rain chances. They're elevated, scattered to widespread through the weekend, and still scattered into the early part of next week. We'll start the day tomorrow with the clouds, some afternoon sunshine, and then it's tomorrow night around midnight when that action should start to get to San Antonio.
Okay, thank you, Adam.
Oh, you're welcome, Myra, because there's more.
You know what? I just moved right on. I just said, hey, Rain Gauge Friday it is.
Yes, that's right. Well, I want to take you back. to February. Yep.
Yeah.
I was on Adonis Drive. Steve likes to always mention it was Adonis Drive.
Yeah.
Right?
Adonis.
It is a great name for a street. But anyway, this is the damage from the ice storm, the heavy weight. This is up in Timberwood Park, by the way. Adonis Drive in Timberwood Park at the Nix household where they had this huge old oak tree come down and cause significant damage to parts of their house. And so we went there and we started the Rubble to Relic. And I wanted to give you a little update. Remember several weeks ago, I showed you this slice of oak from that tree. And it was way too saturated with moisture to do any woodworking with it. Now it is cut in half, but I've got quite an improvement here. It's down. At times I can get a reading of about 11%. This baby's almost ready.
What does it have to be?
It has to be 10 or less, preferably 10, less than 10. But sometimes, depending on where I poke and prod it, I'll get it up to like 15% or so. But anyway, so it's coming along. The heat that we've had and having it out in the sun has done us well in terms of drying out some of that wood. So hopefully we'll get that rubble to relic going in a little bit. And probably by the end of summer, I'll have that baby ready to go. Yvonne Gonzalez of San Antonio. The Yvonne Gonzalez that just got an email from me. Winner of a homemade thermometer. Go to KSAT.com/thermometer to enter the drawing.
All right. Now I shall say thank you, Adam.
We'll be right back.
In North Carolina, a curious cat that was checking out a bathroom remodeling project ended up becoming part of it. Surf City firefighters posted photos on their Facebook page showing this rescue. Last weekend, that cat crawled into a hole in the floorboards during construction, and no one noticed until it was too late.
Whoops. Firefighters actually removed the brand new shower floor, and the cat popped up. The cat, not hurt, even made new friends with the firefighters. I'm glad that he wasn't caught in there. That would have been catastrophic.
Yes, what a catastrophe. That's all our time here at 6 o'clock. Thanks so much for watching.
See you back here on the Night Beat at 10.